guys? Welcome back to the Self-Made Training Facility Comeback Series. We're sitting here with Chandler. Today we're going to talk about Chandler's story and on losing structure and rebuilding structure and how it happened not only in his life but also in his training business, and how we're going to talk about the mentality that he had to do and the mind shift he had to change to build where he is today. All right, Chandler. So our themes today: rebuilding discipline, your identity, and your lifestyle after leaving fitness. So let's talk about the mentality behind it first. What were the things that like you suffered through or that went through your mind when you felt that like fitness may not be it for you?
Fitness was always for me. It was during that time that I just prioritized other things that I thought were more important.
Okay.
During that time.
You took a back seat.
Yeah, it just kind of just went on the back burner for a little bit, and it started within myself. Like my workouts were starting to suffer and everything like that, and then it turned into more like I said, prioritizing other things, and my other areas of life that I thought had more time to be put into.
And then when you felt like you were losing structure as far as your business went, and you weren't sure if being a trainer was what you wanted to do anymore, how did that affect you in your personal fitness?
In my personal fitness, it basically translated liquidly into my other areas in life, like physically, mentally, structure at home. You know, things were just because I'm a very routine person, and I grew up a routine person, very structured, and things had to be done X, Y, and Z. And then as soon as I fell out of kind of sync, out of whack with my own fitness goals and stuff like that, things in my other areas of life started to also kind of slip as well.
When you went and worked construction for a while before you came back, as a person that is usually very structured, regimented, they start at this time, eat at this time, when you are more focused on fitness, when your lack of focus in fitness also probably came from that change in career when you went to the construction company and you were traveling. So maybe no place to cook your food and you have to eat out. And so how is that dealing with that change in structure too? Like you'd be sleeping in a hotel a couple of days, if not for a week or two on end, things like that.
Exactly. So it's kind of funny. It actually kind of whipped it back into my life, whipped me back into that structured routine shape. Where it's I had to get myself right. I had to get my mentality right. So that way I can take care of myself first thing in the morning. I wake up at 4 o'clock, go work out at 4:30, be on my job site by 6 a.m. And then confirm all my subs for the day and get my schedule on deck for the next 2 weeks every morning. And if I didn't take care of myself first, then that's
you never would.
Yeah. Right. And then it's then I fall back into that mentality of I can be relaxical. I can be, just okay with a C average mindset versus being in the A plus mindset.
How long did that take from say the first time that you went out on the job site and kind of didn't really know what you were doing and you didn't know how to schedule your structure? Did you jump back into using fitness as a backbone and a cornerstone right away? Or did it take some time for you to be what's missing and why am I out of structure right now?
It's kind of both because on the job site, you have to be on it. And for my job position, I was a superintendent. And if I wasn't on my game, then all the other jobs, subs would be falling behind as well. So I had a huge sense of responsibility, far more than what I had during the time in my fitness business. And so then utilizing that to get myself back into it was more of realization that it was more of a me issue that I was going through.
Okay.
Yeah. More of facing my own identity and embracing my own fulfillment, if that makes sense.
Did you find that when you did the career change at the start that you focused so much on the career change that's when you kind of took the back seat on the fitness part of your life?
I would say yes. I would say yes in the grand scheme of things of I saw the opportunity for stability and I took it. Because I want to set myself up for such great success and like have stability and like provide all that I can for my family and whatnot.
Right. And so then when you had that stability and when you had that regrowing like stability and structure in your fitness, starting to go to the gym, take care of yourself first in the morning, all that stuff. So now you had your stability and your structure.
Yep.
But what was missing?
It's a more of conviction.
Right.
Really. It's more of conviction, more follow through. Right. It's more of like understanding like I'm in such a great sense of responsibility role before I even left fitness of like, hey, it's important that you show up for your clients. Hey, it's important that you be there for your clients. You know, it's like, it's not just coming in for a workout and then you beat the crap out of your clients and like, all right, have a good one. Like there's so much more person to person, like sense of responsibility as what I'm understanding now is the importance of being there for your people.
Right. And that's the difference between like running your business as like, is this going to be just your job or your career? Right. And like, are you going to be running it as an entrepreneur and building your business, or are you just going to work your 9 to 5, train your clients, go home, and then like clock out, turn your phone off, don't have to respond to the clients anymore, right? And it's just like you found like the pride of ownership of being a business owner, of being an entrepreneur, and that probably drove you, right, to be more successful in your own life. In all areas, right? Not just, we talked about this on Saturday with the guys at Oscars. Shout out to Oscars.
Yeah, shout out.
And how like that mental shift between like looking at your job as something that is fulfilling or looking at something that you like have to do, right? We get to do this. Like we get to wear, I said it on Saturday, we get to wear sweatpants if we want to work and be comfortable. You know, I was in a place where in Abu Dhabi, when I worked out there, you know, I had to wear slacks and I had to wear button-ups and I wore a tie on the first and last day of the year. And I was working for an oil company out there and I was like, it's hot in Abu Dhabi. I'm like, I'm talking like 100 degrees, 80% humidity,
Swamp
swamp everywhere. And places you don't talk about. And I remember coming back home and I was like, once I started training, I was like, this is awesome, dude. Like, I'm never buying a pair of pants again, right? And now after training for a long time, now you look at my closet, you're like, dude, how many suits do you have? How many pairs of pants do you have? It's not because you get tired of only wearing sweats, you know? Like, you're like wearing these all day.
Especially for you and me, it's hard to find jeans.
That's right. You know, you got to have the BBB. Come and check it out.
Oh, my God. Stretchy pants.
Right?
Yeah.
Chancho. When you went from the mindset of, you know what, construction wasn't for you, did you have anything besides going back into the fitness industry on your mind?
No, this was just it.
That was it for you.
This was it for me. Just coming straight back to what I've known, what I've fallen in love with. It's my honestly my passion. You know, and honestly, I just didn't utilize all my tools the first time around, and you know, I took it for granted the first time around.
Okay,
that was all on me.
Right, and I think we talked back then too, and you did say that you like got in your own way, and you talked to Miguel. Miguel pumped you up and it was like, dude, you just gotta like, if you're passionate about it, you have to take the pride and ownership of it, and you have to look at it as like what you do is important to these people because you're a huge like. You love all your clients. You take care of your clients. You're a good friend, and you really care.
Right.
There's a lot of trainers that, like, you can see they just come in and train the clients. Clients leave. They couldn't give two S words about what they do out there, right?
Exactly.
But you're involved, like, in the community. You're involved with, like, even some of my clients' lives. Like, you know their names. You say hi to them and say what's up.
I know their families too.
Right, and you know their families. And so, like, that's the kind of atmosphere that we've built here at Self-Made that Chandler's a huge part of. And it's also what makes it a lot different from like your corporate gym when they're just running you through like the cattle call. It's like, hey, dude, hey, bro, good to see you again. Like you walk up, shake their hand, say their name. That's very different.
Hugely different.
Go ahead.
Because you don't really see them as like, well, corporate gyms, the workers there generally see the people that they're trying to sign up or anything like that as a goal, end of goal projections, right, for the month.
Number.
And then here you actually know a person, like I know Dave, I know Gritty, I know you, I know everybody here under the roof, and I know them personally. You know, it's very different.
It is, and it's cool because the relationships that you form here too, and then they go out into the community. If you need something, someone here knows somebody to help you.
Yeah.
Right. And there are amount of times that I had a client who's was dealing with some, female health issues. She said, anyone like, you know an OBGYN in the area? I sent out 5 text messages. Within like 5 minutes, I got responses.
Right.
Because I trained like the nurse practitioners, PAs, surgeon in Temecula Valley, the director of nursing for multiple clinics in town. And they were ready and willing to be like, oh no, go here, not here, because this is the most common one, but this lady's the best or this guy's the best.
Right.
And they're going to give you their personal recommendation because they want to make sure that I'm happy. And they know that to make me happy, I need to make that client happy. And because they're part of this like tight community we've built, you're going to get the best care when you use people that are in this community.
Right.
Because anyone in this community too, they're not like in a poor financial situation. Like our clients have to have a decent level of finances to be able to pay us. Right. Right. It's not cheap to be here.
Lifestyle too.
Right. And they have their own lifestyle to afford. But what's nice about that is you surround yourself by successful people. The other thing we talked about on Saturday was like, you are going to level up to the level of people that you're with. And if you're the top dog at the table all the time, then you're probably hanging out with people that are a lot lower than you as opposed to your equals. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's 2 ways to look at that, right? Because, you could be the top dog, but also at the same time, being a good leader in your friend group.
Well, you can bring them up.
Can also help them level them up.
For sure. But I look at it like if there's 10 people there at every table, and every table you go to, you're like the number one, maybe there's a table that you can learn something from. And you're staying at that table because you like the praise, the attention, or the awe, or the questions, right? Yeah. And I have a client, I won't say her name, and hopefully she doesn't listen to this, but
what does her name rhyme with? No,
that would be real easy. I gave her stink a lot about the group of friends that she has, because she's always the one that's in the best shape. And whenever I was putting on events for my clients, she would never end up going if there were certain other clients there, not because she did not get along with them, because I know that she felt that she was kind of in the middle of the pack in the way that she looked. Now, she was great at exercising. She was very fit and she's very strong. She's great cardio capacity. But because a lot of the women that I train are in very good shape and they're very smart and they have decent money, most of the women I train are all very independent, self-sufficient, strong BA women, right? It gets kind of scary if you look at it from that negative point of view to be hanging around them if you're not at their level on all those points. And so she didn't come to like multiple events one year until I called her out on it. Now she's come to like almost every event now. Right. And so I said, you want to hang out with your fat friends. And I told her straight up. I said, you want to hang out with your fat friends and your friends that aren't in the gym, because whenever we do something, even though a lot of the girls that you train with and that you like are going to be there, that's always a no. And I could tell the reason was, and the things was that because she wasn't going to be the star. When she tells stories about hanging out with the other friends, it was always like, you could tell there was this pride of praise of like, she's like the queen bee. And I could really tell that once I called her out on that, she was like ticked off enough that her husband made a comment to me later that day. He's like, take it easier on her, you know? And so, and I did for about a week or two.
Yeah.
But
right back to the schedule.
Yeah. Back to being a dick. And then, but she's changed since then, and she's come to almost every event now. And she sees that it was that fear that was holding her back from that community. And she can keep up with all these women. And it's cool to see like the change in her mindset and the positivity in that. But, you know, you got to check her real quick, you know? And I think that, like you said, if you are a top dog at the table, you're not eating all the food off the plates of the other little dogs, right? It's like, how can I have them get bigger plates? Right?
Exactly. And that's a mentality that I always try to keep, right? Because obviously you go into a room with full of people, obviously everyone's going to know something that you don't know.
Oh, of course.
Right? And that's always going to be the topic of discussion, right? And just, I'm always for, you know what, build a table and people will come. Come break bread.
Field of Dreams. Gym of Dreams.
Yeah. That's what this place should have been called.
Yeah, right. Shoot. Don't let Miguel hear that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Take it back.
So if you want to come to the Gym of Dreams, self-made training facility, we built it.
That's
you
right.
shall come.
That's right.
Leave a comment below if you have any questions for myself, Chandler, or Christina on our next episode of the Comeback Series. We're going to talk about next time. We're going to go through more of what we started today on from making yourself a trainer to becoming a business owner and how to balance your life, your family, and your fitness while going through that whole process. Check us out next time, guys. Thank you, Chandler.
Peace. Later.